I think we're live. Are we live? Okay, so we're doing something different today. Something that we have been working toward for a really long time. You know how I complain frequently about the fact that I am like dealing with multiple cameras and I am like streaming from multiple platforms. I have a we I have a platform of almost half a million followers at this point. And I didn't have a way and at this point, we didn't have a way of connecting with all of the platforms at the same time. And that's what I'm doing right now. Uh, we're live streaming on multiple platforms through one system. And I'm so freaking excited about this. Like, how cool is that? Anyway, so that's what's going on this morning. The other thing that's going on this morning, before I get into it, is that Morgana is picking up something that we found on Marketplace for Weird Brook. If you don't know, Weird Brook is a like 4,000 square foot, 7 bedroom, 200-year-old farmhouse that we are turning into a rehabilitation center and sanctuary for neurodivergent witches born of shadow. And you're not going to believe this. I mean, you're not going to believe it. I mean, she is picking up a 5 foot tall tin like suit of armor. And right? I know. So we're going to put him in the foyer right in front of the staircase that goes upstairs. But a 5 foot tall tin suit of armor. Are you kidding me? I'm so excited about that. I cannot wait to introduce you to Sir Doyle. That's what we're thinking so far. That's what his name is. Anyway, welcome to the live divination ceremony, where we ask specifically, where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion to our relationship with our life and our practice? Very specific wording that is very, very intentional. You don't have to identify as a witch in order to participate in this divination ceremony. You're welcome to just lurk and watch and see what a relationship with intuition and guidance can look like. The way that I do this is different than what you are accustomed to because I only read for witches. I am an oracle in an international community of neurodivergent witches. And I have been teaching for over 20 years. I wrote the Grimoire of the Ungovernable. And this space is created to center you repairing your relationship with your intuition. I do not have enough time for you to become dependent on my relationship with my intuition. I got shit to do. And so here we are. Are you ready? I'm going to be using a deck of tarot cards. If you have a deck that you have a relationship with, now is a good time for you to go and grab that. Because though I am doing a collective reading, you are able to kind of dial it into your personal flow. We are a lot more connected than we have been made to believe, and it's spaces like this that allow you to actually get that validation. All right. Okay. I'm going to do a ceremony that I do to get my system prepared for divination so that I can get the clearest channel, so to speak. And the way that I do this is radically inclusive due to the nature of the work that I do. You are welcome to follow along, or you are welcome to completely freestyle and do your own thing. The important thing is that you are doing something that is meaningful to you. That's what's going to get you there. Are ready to go. All right, I'm going to start with 3 deep breaths and then I'm going to get into it. And here we go. I humbly invite all that is fire within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is air within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is earth within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is water within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I beckon to this system. May we now align as one. For my cousins are the elements, and so the moon and sun. I call to those who love me. You are welcome in this space, for our nature is united, sharing magic, life, and grace. Now we make a declaration of intention. What are we doing? Why did we call everyone here? I choose now, in this moment, to align with my whole self, to pull the book that tells my story from its place upon the shelf. I enter now this circle made of trust and hope and power, and I show up for my practice in this place and at this hour, because I am home. I keep looking at the other tripod where the other camera usually is. Wait a minute. I don't have to go back and forth anymore. This is great. I am going to put the incense out because it is enjoying my attention a little bit more than I have the capacity for today. Okay, we are asking, where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion to our relationship with our life and our practice? You will be as much a part of this reading as I am. I refuse to engage with you as if you don't have access to the same information I do. It's hogwash. And let's talk about it. Where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion to our relationship with our life and our practice? All right. Here we go. Before I get into this, another thing that I love about live streaming like this is that on my screen, I can see Ocean, who is one of the Unbound. They are modding this whole thing. So I'm not just like sitting here talking to myself. I'm sitting here because my autistic brain is like, I'm sitting here talking to a camera. And having like Ocean's face on at least my screen helps with that. So I feel like I'm incredibly awkward in front of a camera. I feel really awkward in front of a camera. And So that helps. Thanks for that, Ocean. Big shout out for doing all that needed to be done to like make this happen. Okay, now into our reading. Um, Usually what I'll do is just kind of riff a little bit on what it feels like or what today feels like, and then we pull the cards. I Man, it's gonna be a wild ride this year. I can't tell you. Okay, so and I know that this year is going to be very fast paced, lots on our plate, like things happening super, super fast, right? I have already had examples, and this being one of them, of things that have been kind of like on the not necessarily on the back burner, but we've been working toward for a long time, just like boom, 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 just like fall right into place. And just like there's so much that just we've got a 5'10" coat of arms on its way to Weird Brook. Like it's that kind of like just really fast manifestation. And the thing that keeps coming up for me so much is the reminder that it is when these really fast paced times are present that our relationship with rest and rehabilitation is so important. It's so don't forget how important it is to play and allow yourself to actually enjoy your life. Because if you don't, then what are you doing? Right? So that keeps coming up as well. So let's see what the cards have to say. Judgment reversed. So I'm going to put my glasses on. I'm going to pull the cat. I'm pulling the critter glitter off of my glasses first because that's always fun to be in your face, floating around. Happens all the time. And I just tell Morgana that's the consequence of having a well moisturized face is that critter glitter just like sticks and it's this whole thing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to read directly from the card and you are going to sit with that and ask yourself if your guides were using this card to communicate something about a facet of your relationship with your life that needs your attention. What are they talking about? All right. I'm going to try not to influence your initial interpretation of it. It's really important for you to ask yourself first. Okay. Okay. So judgment reversed. You're turning your back on something that must be done and it's costing you. You're doubting yourself harshly, or perhaps not giving yourself time to reflect with full awareness. Either way, these actions are keeping you from moving forward. And the upright position is the upright positioning of judgment indicates a moment of self reflection. You're likely close to reaching a significant stage in a journey. This journey may not have been an easy one, and you may find comfort in sharing your struggles with others to find camaraderie. Now is a time to face challenges head on. Oh, look, a ladybug. Can you see it? I don't think you can see it. It's a ladybug on my altar. Okay, pay attention. What does that feel like for you? What comes up inside you? What do you think about? Are you ready to be influenced? You know, I really do feel like we have been pulling the same, like, 5 cards since January. Like, it feels like we're pulling about the same 5 same cards since January, over and over. There are other cards that we can play with, guys, just so you know. We can do that. Or here's the other thing, is that I am fully aware that we are all very stubborn, and that because of the nature of what's going on in the world right now, we are like, what? I don't know what to do. There's a bunch of like, I don't know what to do. I don't want to make the wrong decision. We're doing a lot of that because we can't plan for our future because the future is so like foggy. There's a lot of that going on right now. But from the perspective of a sorceress of chaos, it is when things are foggy like this, when things are like, uh, anything could happen and you get this feeling like you need to like wait to do the thing, that is the perfect moment to make a decision about what you want, because everything is wishy-washy, everything is trying to form. And so you can swoop in there and be like, "All right, no one's gonna do anything. Okay, here we go." I gotta watch my language, and it's very, very hard. Now is a time to decide what you're going to do. You can't delay the decision because the decision needs to be made now. Given the information that you have right now, how would you want your life to be this year? Right? There's this tipping point that's happening. What do you want that to look like? Right? Allow yourself to actually envision that. Okay. All right. Does that make sense? Does anyone have any questions about it? I am not able to see cards as much. Now I've got the ladybug climbing up the my screen. That's fun. That's great. Do you We are literally making our future, yes. But you have to decide what that's going to be. And your North Star is gonna be different than mine, right? Your like, whatever you however you determine what is right for you, do that. For me, how I determine what is right for me is I look at, like, what's my meaning of life? I make decisions that I am proud of. If I'm not proud of it, I don't do it, period. I don't care who you are. I will dig in, right? I make the decision I'm most proud of. Right? What story do I want to tell in my last days? What adventure do I want to share in my last days? That's how I make my decisions in my life. Um, you doubting yourself, you being unsure of who you are, you being unsure of what you want is what's creating this fog. It will clear up as soon as you make a decision, but you have to make a decision. Okay. All right. So now we got to see what we're in resistance to or in denial of that's blocking our stuff. Okay. Basically, how are we getting in our own way? Uh, that's important. Turn that over. And we've got the Five of Cups reversed. I'm going to read it. You've come to terms with grief and are finally beginning to heal. That emotional baggage you've been holding on to is being released, and you're able to let go of the past. Take comfort in these positive steps forward and let your spirit mend. And the upright position is you're suffering a big heartbreak, perhaps a divorce, breakup, abandonment, or a bereavement. With all of the negative connotations that this card can bring, there is a positive message that no matter how dire your situation, there's always a silver lining. You just need to choose to see it. This is the Five of Cups reversed, is what we drew. And this is the Tarot Toriel deck by Raven and Rogue. This is the OG edition. Okay. What's coming up for you? Okay. Are you ready for me to influence you? Interact with the live in some way if you are ready for me to influence you. This is how I'm supposed to do it. I'm waiting, guys. Not seeing anything. Are you still brewing on it? Okay. So remember that in this position, it's what we're in resistance to or in denial of, right? And this is keeping us from being able to make this decision or to like have the courage to just like make this decision, okay? Let's talk about grief. Okay. Like I said before, there's a lot going on right now and a lot of information. And this isn't just in the world outside. This is our internal like experiences as well, our personal relationships. There's been a lot of clarity. The veil has been pulled back over the course of the last couple of years where like some of the things that are being seen are horrifying, horrifying, right? And you should be horrified. For one, you're feeling that because it needs to be felt. The reality of what is real needs to be felt. Right? If you don't let yourself feel it, you are more likely to stick your head in the sand about it. Let yourself feel it. Let yourself actually process the grief. This is what's going on. My, partner wasn't who I thought they were. The job wasn't what I thought it was. The government isn't what I thought it was. Like, pick your poison at this point, right? Uh, you still experienced it and you are allowed to grieve the life that you thought you had. All right. That's how we move on, right? And moving on doesn't mean that what you experienced or what's being revealed to you now isn't still going to influence you, right? It's your relationship with it that changes. And it's important that your relationship with that changes, that I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your life. I know better. But does it feel like now is the time for you to shift from, "Oh, I was blindsided. I didn't see that coming. That really hurt," to move from there to, "Not in my house." No, right? That's the kind of decision that is needing to be made, a decision about how you engage with your life. But you cannot get that clarity until you address this grief. It's when you're grieving like this that you also see what is not for you. I am not doing that again. That was way too emotionally expensive for me to engage with my life like that. I deserve better than that, right? Whatever it is that you have had to break away from or that you are now grieving the loss of. Okay. And also, you could change your mind at any time too. Like make a decision that you're proud of. If next week you're like, meh, new information, course correct, you're allowed to do that. Stop being so freaking serious about it, guys. You're allowed to course correct, but a decision has to be made. And the more you believe it and you believe in it, it's the more inspiring it is. That's how you know that that's your path right now. Does that make sense? Okay. There are other cards in the deck, guys. I promise. There's like, look at all of these cards. We don't have to keep pulling the same like 5 cards. We are going to continue to pull the same 5 cards until you do what it takes to make this decision. This witchcraft is not a spectator sport. This kind of witchcraft, the kind of witchcraft that changes the fracking world is not a spectator sport. You gotta do something about it. Practice what you preach. Practice what you receive. You're getting information. What are you doing with that information? All right. That is our reading for the day. Ta-da! That was fun. That was fun. Was that fun? Was that good? That was really good. Okay, let's close out this working. I will be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to do this again, right? And hopefully we'll be pulling some other cards and it'll be great. Okay, hand on your heart and take a deep breath. This working is now closing, but the magic has just begun. I humbly thank the elements and both the moon and sun. To all who chose to bless this flow, I now sincerely thank you. May our practice be expansive and our course be clear and true. All right, cousins. Remember, if you can't be good at it. And I'll see you tomorrow morning.